Welcome to the deep dive. If you're anything like me, you've probably felt that exhilarating, but sometimes, yeah, overwhelming pace of AI innovation.
Totally. It's constant.
Right. New breakthroughs seem to pop up almost daily, making it pretty tough to keep up.
Uh,
But amidst all that noise, there's one AI platform that's been quietly becoming a real powerhouse. And here's the kicker. Almost all its best features are completely free.
yeah. That's the amazing part.
So today, we're taking a deep dive into Google Gemini.
That's right. And our mission here really is to give you a shortcut. We're going to unpack like 28 incredible ways you can actually use Gemini's power without spending a penny. Think of it as, democratizing these advanced AI tools that usually cost a fortune somewhere else.
Exactly.
From creating content, doing deep research, we'll show you how to tap into this really versatile tool.
And that's the key, isn't it? Whether you're a student, maybe an entrepreneur working lean, a content creator, or honestly just someone curious about AI. Yeah.
You're about to find features that can genuinely compete with expensive paid software.
Yeah.
This deep dive, it really could change how you work and create. So let's jump right in.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's kick things off with Gemini as a creative powerhouse. Traditionally turning an idea into something real. It meant needing special skills, lots of time, or, well, money.
Yeah, the usual barriers.
But Gemini is sort of fundamentally changing that equation.
It really is.
So thinking about building games and applications, Google has this platform, AI Studio, right? That's like the main workspace.
Exactly. AI Studio is where you'll do a lot of this. It's the development hub, basically.
Gotcha.
And normally, making even a basic game is complex. Design, coding, testing, all that.
Right.
But with Gemini, it kind of boils down to just describing your idea. You give it a good prompt,
Okay.
it figures out what you want, writes the code, usually HTML, CSS, JavaScript for web stuff, and boom, you get a playable thing pretty much instantly. Wow. So I could say, create a game like Snake, but maybe make it a Vietnamese dragon collecting pearls against an ink wash background.
Precisely. And it would even try to generate images for the dragon and pearls.
That's wild.
Yeah, within minutes, AI Studio gives you a working game. It really, democratizes game development. Anyone with a cool idea can try it.
Even without coding experience.
Exactly. And here's where it gets really interesting, talking about visual understanding. Gemini can actually try to recreate software just from a screenshot.
Wait, from just a picture?
Yeah. It shows off its multimodality, understand different types of information. You upload a screenshot of an app. The AI looks at it, understands the layout, the colors, the buttons, and then writes the source code to mimic it.
Okay, give me an example.
So maybe you upload a picture of a finance app you like. You could ask it for specific things. I need a plus button here for expenses, categories like food, transport, bills, a dashboard showing the balance,
Yeah.
and maybe a pie chart for spending.
And it generates the code for that.
It generates the code to build that interface and functionality.
Yeah.
So,
That's incredibly powerful. I mean, think about it. Quick prototypes, internal tools, custom software without a huge development cost.
Exactly. It speeds things up massively and cuts costs.
Yeah.
Makes it accessible.
Okay, let's shift gears to images. Google's image generation, like Imagen, it's baked into Gemini, right?
Yeah.
Offering a free alternative.
Deeply integrated, yeah. And it's super flexible, often free, which is a huge plus compared to many paid image tools out there.
Right.
So text to image is the main thing. Your creativity is pretty much the only limit. You describe something detailed, like create a surreal artistic image of a water buffalo grazing on fluffy clouds. Below is a Vietnamese terraced rice field at sunset, glowing golden orange, and it generates it.
But it's not just the first images. The editing part sounds key.
Oh, absolutely. The iterative editing is brilliant. It's like having a conversation with the AI. You don't need the perfect prompt first time.
So with the water buffalo,
Yeah, you get that image. Then you could say, okay, now add some traditional lanterns, make it feel festive. Then maybe actually change it to sunrise with some morning mist.
and it understands and adjusts the image.
Exactly. It refines based on your feedback.
Ah.
It's a dialogue.
That's very cool.
And what's also super powerful is modifying your own photos. You can, add magic to your moments.
How so?
Well, things like style transfer. Make this photo look like a character from a Ghibli anime.
Whoa!
Or removing objects, take out that coffee table, put a big fern there instead. Or completely changing the background. Keep me, but put me on a busy street in Tokyo at night.
Okay, that opens up so many possibilities. Social media, personal projects. just having fun with photos. It's like pro editing for
Pretty
everyone.
much, yeah.
But Gemini's creativity isn't just visual. It has an audio toolkit, too, that handles things like transcription, but also like making a whole podcast.
It does. A really robust audio toolkit, actually. And yeah, it competes well with specialized paid services for things like transcription and more creative stuff.
Tell me about transcription first.
Okay, so video transcription with accurate timestamps. Super useful for creators, journalists, researchers, anyone dealing with audio or video.
How does it work?
You just upload your file, video, or audio, ask for a transcript with timestamps like HHMSS
Right.
for each speaker change,
Right.
and you get a full text output. Great for subtitles, pulling quotes, analyzing meetings, lectures. Really speeds things up.
And what about AI voices? I think some people still imagine them sounding robotic.
Yeah, that stereotype is fading fast. The multi-voice text-to-speech in AI Studio is, well, it's seriously good. High-quality, natural voices, lots of customization,
But the standout feature is,
creating conversations with multiple AI actors. Each can have a totally distinct voice, style, tone.
so you could make like a short ad.
Easily, you could script it. Speaker 1, deep professional male voice. Speaker 2, upbeat female voice, then back to speaker 1, but maybe more emphatic this time. Gemini generates the whole audio file. No actors, no studio needed.
Okay, that's impressive. But you mentioned something about turning any content into a podcast show. Using Notebook LM, that sounds huge.
It is, yeah. For me, this might be the most groundbreaking feature in the audio space. Notebook LM is this companion tool in the Gemini world, designed for really digging into information and generating content from it.
So what can it handle? What kind of content?
Pretty much anything. PDFs, Google Docs, just raw text, website links, entire YouTube videos, just paste the link.
Whoa, YouTube videos too.
Yep, and even your own notes. It just ingests it all.
Okay, so walk me through the process. Let's say I have a PDF about Vietnamese faux history.
Right, a 20-page PDF. You upload it to Notebook LM. Then you give it a creative command like create a deep dive conversation about this. The AI reads it, understands the key points, then generates a whole discussion script, maybe between two AI hosts with different perspectives or roles.
And then?
And then it produces the complete professional-sounding audio file, ready to publish in like 5 minutes.
That's genuinely game-changing for anyone wanting to make audio content without the usual resources or skills. Wow.
Exactly. It transforms the possibilities for audio creation.
Okay, so we've seen the creative side. Let's switch gears now to Gemini as more of a sharp analyst. Its ability to consume, understand, and restructure information.
Yeah, this is another area where it really shines, especially its video analysis.
How is it different?
Well, most AIs, when you ask them to watch a video, they're really just processing the audio track, the transcript.
Yeah.
Gemini's different. It can actually analyze the video frames themselves. It understands what's visually happening on screen.
So I just give it a YouTube link.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Paste the link, then ask specific questions about the visuals.
Okay, like what?
All right, say you paste a link to a travel video about Hoi, an ancient town in Vietnam. You could ask, list all the different types of lanterns, shapes, colors that you see, and tell me the timestamp when they first show up.
And a transcript-only AI couldn't do that.
Nope. You'd have no idea.
Yep.
But Gemini could come back with, 0.32, round red lanterns,
Yeah.
0.1.15, garlic-shaped lanterns clustered together, 0.2.47, cylindrical blue ones.
That's incredibly detailed, useful for filmmakers, researchers.
Absolutely. Anyone
Yeah.
needing to dissect visual content.
That's really impressive visual analysis. But what about summarizing, say, really long videos? Is there a quicker way than having it analyze every single frame?
Yeah. There's a very clever and efficient workaround for that, especially for things like long interviews or lectures.
Okay, how does that work?
It's pretty straightforward. You go to the YouTube video, click the little 3 dots menu, select Show Transcript, and you just copy that whole transcript, paste it into Gemini, and ask for a summary.
Clever.
Exactly. So for like a 2-hour interview, you could ask for bullet points on the main arguments and any key stories, the core questions discussed. Saves you hours of listening and note-taking.
That's a great practical tip. Now, moving on to data. Raw numbers, spreadsheets, they can be hard to grasp, right?
Definitely. Just staring at rows of data isn't very intuitive for most people.
So Gemini can act like a data analyst, turning numbers into charts and maps.
It can. And this used to require coding skills, knowing libraries like Matplotlib or things like that. Now, you can just ask in plain English.
Like creating interactive maps.
Yeah, it can write the code HTML, JavaScript, usually for an interactive map. You could ask for, say, a world map colored by coffee export volume, maybe light green to dark brown. And when you hover over a country, it shows the name and the volume.
That's fantastic for presentations and charts, too.
All sorts. Bar charts, pie charts, line charts to show trends over time.
For example.
You could ask it to create a line chart showing the projected growth of the electric vehicle market in, say, Vietnam, Thailand, and Indonesia from 2020 to 2025.
And does it just give you an image?
Often it gives you the image, and it can also provide the source code, maybe in Python, using Plotly or Matplotlib. So if you do have some coding skills, you can tweak it further or integrate it elsewhere.
Nice. Okay, let's unpack this next one. Because you suggested this might be one of the most powerful features in the whole Gemini ecosystem, turning it from just a chatbot into a real research assistant.
I think so, yeah. The deep research capability is a significant step up from just getting a quick summary or search results. It functions more like an AI assistant doing actual research for you.
How does it work? Is it just a different prompt?
It's a specific feature, often in the more advanced versions, maybe with limited free access sometimes, when you activate it with a complex research question.
Okay.
It doesn't just spit out an answer. First, it proposes a research plan.
A plan.
Yeah. So if you ask it to analyze, say, why international tourists choose Vietnam post-pandemic, it might suggest, okay, I'll analyze official tourism reports, synthesize online traveler reviews, search academic papers on tourism trends, and compare Vietnam with nearby countries.
And you approve the plan.
Exactly. Once you approve it, the AI goes out, browses tons of sources, weeds out duplicates, identifies key themes, and then it synthesizes all of that.
And the final output isn't just a paragraph.
No. The end result is typically a multi-page structured report, something you can export to Google Docs, properly formatted.
So for that Vietnam tourism example, what might the report look like?
You could get an executive summary, then sections on key factors: culture, food, cost, safety, maybe emerging trends like sustainable travel, analysis by tourist-type backpackers, families, luxury, and crucially, it includes sources and citations. Proper research methodology.
The quality of synthesis and the time saved there sounds immense, like weeks of human work compressed.
It really is. Now, it's important to remember this deep research feature is often premium, maybe with limits on free use. But even trying it out shows its incredible potential for big academic projects, business strategy, creative development.
Right. Okay, shifting from heavy analysis to more everyday help, how does Gemini work as an assistant for like real-time learning or tech support?
Well, one really interesting feature is the AI tutor via screen sharing. This has the potential to really change how we learn practical skills.
Screen sharing, so it sees what I'm doing.
Exactly. Instead of just watching a generic tutorial video, you can be working on something, share your screen, and get step-by-step guidance on your specific problem.
So say I'm stuck in Excel with a VLOOKUP.
Perfect example. You share your spreadsheet, ask Gemini, how do I get this VLOOKUP to work? It sees your data, sees your formula, and guides you right there. Contextual help is way more effective.
That sounds incredibly useful. And its sight isn't just limited to screens, right? You mentioned object analysis via camera.
Yeah, this turns your phone camera into like an intelligent eye that interacts with the real world.
What kind of things can you do with that?
Oh, loads. Point it at your kids' handwritten math homework. It can help solve the problem. Point it at a menu in a foreign language. Get an instant translation. See a plant you don't recognize in your garden. Ask Gemini what it is and how to care for it. Or point it at an old building and ask about its history.
So it brings AI smarts into your physical surroundings.
Pretty much. Instant information about the world around you.
Now, for developers or even people who dabble in code, how helpful is it?
Hugely helpful. Debugging and fixing code is a massive time saver. We all know how frustrating finding that one bug can be.
Tell me about it.
You can paste your broken code snippet, say some Python, with a list index out of range error.
Yeah, classic.
So Gemini can often find the bug in seconds, give you the corrected code, and explain why it was wrong. Like, you used range +1, which goes one step too far. It should just be range. That explanation helps you learn.
That's brilliant. And what about for non-programmers? Can it help automate tasks?
Absolutely. Writing automation scripts is surprisingly accessible. You can describe a repetitive task you do, and Gemini can write a script, often in Python, to automate it.
Like what sort of task?
Okay, imagine you regularly have to go through a folder of monthly report CSV files, pull out all the unique email addresses from a specific column, and put them into one master list.
Yeah, tedious.
You can ask Gemini. Write a Python script that opens my monthly reports folder, reads every CSV file, finds the email column, extracts all the unique emails, and saves them to a file called emaillist.txt. Generates the script, you run it, saves you hours.
Minimizes errors, too, I bet.
Big time.
Okay, let's talk communication. Good writing, clear emails. That's crucial professionally. Can Gemini help there?
Definitely. It's a very strong assistant for drafting all sorts of content, especially things like marketing materials.
So drafting marketing emails.
Yeah, it can help you come up with catchy subject lines, write persuasive body copy, figure out a clear call to action, all tailored to your audience.
Give me an example.
Let's say you run the local beans coffee shop. You want to promote a new organic cold brew coffee. You tell Gemini. Draft a marketing email targeting busy, health-conscious office workers, 25, 35 years old. Emphasize convenience, great taste, health perks. Need a catchy subject line and a call to action with a discount code COLDBREW20. It'll generate a draft email hitting all those points.
That saves a lot of brainstorming time. And what about translation? You mentioned it goes beyond basic machine translation.
Yes, this is really fascinating. Translation and cultural adaptation. It's not just swapping words.
How so?
Gemini tries to understand and convey the nuance, the tone, the cultural context. Literal translations can often sound weird or miss the mark entirely.
Right.
So take a Vietnamese advertising slogan like Tin Ho Qua Vit. A literal translation might be awkward. Gemini could offer options that capture the feeling for an English-speaking audience, like the essence of Vietnamese gifting, or maybe a taste of Vietnamese heritage, perfectly gifted, or the finest gifts crafted in Vietnam.
So it ensures the message actually resonates culturally, not just translated.
Exactly, trying to avoid that lost in translation problem.
Okay, now this is where it gets really powerful, right? Combining these individual features into like complete workflows. And maybe some hitting gems.
Absolutely. The real magic often happens when you start stringing these tools together. The synergy is incredible. It's where 1 + 1 definitely equals more than 2.
So walk me through an example. Let's say a big project, like creating a whole content package about climate change impacts on the Mekong Delta. That's a complex topic.
Okay, great example. Let's break down how you could use Gemini for that.
Step 1 would be research, I guess, using that deep research feature.
Precisely. Step 1, in-depth research. You'd prompt it for a detailed study on saltwater intrusion, land subsidence in the Mekong, asking for data, reports, proposed solutions. Get that foundational knowledge.
Okay, got the research. Step 2.
Step 2, blog content writing. Take that research output and ask Gemini to write, say, a 1,500-word blog post. Give it a title like, The Mekong Delta's Cry for Help. Act now before it's too late. Tell it you want a clear structure, persuasive tone, call to action.
All right, turn the research into an article, then visuals.
Exactly. Step 3, data visualization. Use the data from the research. Ask Gemini. Create an interactive map of Mekong provinces colored by saltwater intrusion levels. And maybe create a line chart showing sea level rise there over the past 10 years.
Adding data evidence. Good. What about a main image?
Step 4, thematic image creation. Use the text-to-image feature. Prompt something symbolic. Generate an image of a cracked, dry rice field next to a rising river under a gloomy, ominous sky. Something powerful to grab attention.
Okay, article, data viz, image, what else? Audio, video.
Yep. Step 5, audio and video. Upload that blog post text to Notebook LM and ask it to create a 5-minute podcast discussion between 2 AI hosts debating the issue.
Wow.
And for video, you could use that perplexity trick on X who I mentioned, feeding it a prompt based on your research to generate maybe a short, dramatic flycam style video showing the transition from lush delta to dry land.
So just to recap that workflow, one person using Gemini can generate in-depth research, a long-form article, interactive data maps and charts, a thematic image, a podcast episode, and a short video.
Exactly. A complete multimedia package on a complex topic. That's the power of the ecosystem working together. It really changes what individuals or small teams can produce.
Mind-blowing. Okay, besides these big workflows, are there other maybe quicker, cool applications, like a rapid-fire round of power tips?
Sure, there are tons of smaller but super useful things, like creating those free videos via Perplexity Veo. Tweet at Ask Perplexity with a prompt like, create a video of a small robot watering a plant growing from an old book, stop-motion animation style. Gemini helps you craft the perfect prompt.
Nice.
Designing infographics. Give it data like, here are the 6 steps for proper hand washing from the Ministry of Health. Design a simple, colorful infographic for kids. Makes info visual and easy to grasp.
Handy.
Sketching logo ideas. Brainstorm visually. Sketch 5 modern minimalist logo ideas for Saigon Brew Coffee, hinting at Saigon imagery. Gets the creative juices flowing fast. Writing video scripts. Quick turnaround on concepts. Write a 1-minute ad script on data backup. Scene 1 coffee spill on laptop. Scene 2 panic. Scene 3 relief, cloud backup, great for marketers or filmmakers.
Very practical.
Planning social media content takes the pressure off. Create a 1-week Instagram plan for a yoga studio. 3 posts, 7 stories, 2 reels, focus on beginners. Structures your marketing. Drafting business plan outlines. Get you started. Outline a business plan for a power bank rental service in coffee shops. Include market analysis, financials. A solid framework.
Smart.
Explaining complex concepts simply. Your personal tutor. Explain blockchain like I'm 5 using a village ledger analogy. Breaks down jargon.
I need that one.
And finally, this is a cool one. Role-playing for soft skills. Practice makes perfect. Act as a tough tech recruiter. I'm interviewing for product manager. Ask me behavioral questions. Safe space to rehearse.
That's actually brilliant for interview prep. Okay, so we've seen a ton of features. Where does all this place Gemini in the bigger AI picture? How does it stack up against, say, ChatGPT or Claude, and what seems to be Google's overall game plan here?
Right, context is key. In this sort of three-way race among the big language models, each has its niche. Gemini's position is really defined by balancing serious power with remarkable accessibility, mostly through being free.
Okay, so compared to ChatGPT was first, has a huge community.
True, ChatGPT has that first-mover advantage and a massive user base. But many of its really advanced features, the latest models, DALL-E 3 image creation, the slick data analysis, often sit behind the ChatGPT Plus paywall. Gemini's Edge is offering a lot of that multimedia capability, images, video analysis, even the coding stuff for free. It levels the playing field significantly.
And versus Claude. Claude's known for handling huge amounts of text, right?
Exactly. Claude, from Anthropic, its strengths are that massive context window. It can read huge documents, and it's really sharp reasoning and summarization skills.
Yeah.
Great for deep text analysis.
But
its weakness is multimedia. It doesn't really do images, video, code generation, game creation.
Yeah.
That's where Gemini pulls way ahead.
So Gemini's sweet spot is that free all-in-one package, especially if you need to work across text, visuals, and maybe even code or audio.
That's a great way to put it. It's the versatility within that free ecosystem that makes it stand out for many tasks.
Okay, so if people want to get the most out of Gemini, are there some key rules or tips?
Absolutely. Owning the tool is one thing. Using it well is another. I'd say 3 golden rules. Rule number 1, master the art of prompting.
Okay.
A good prompt isn't just a question, it's a detailed instruction. Use the context task format formula. Context. I'm a small coffee shop owner.
Task.
Write a Facebook post promoting my new roasted oolong milk tea format. Make it short, use a youthful tone, include 3 relevant hashtags, and end with an engaging question.
More detail equals better results.
Precisely. Rule 2. Think iteratively and refine. Don't expect perfection first try.
Right, treat it like a draft.
Exactly. See, the first output is draft 1, then talk back to it. Make the tone more professional. Can you add another example? That sentence sounds a bit clunky. Rewrite it. Use the conversational aspect to polish it.
Makes sense. And rule 3.
Rule 3. Understand its limitations. It's powerful, but it's still a machine. Meaning, always verify critical information. AI can hallucinate, make stuff up, so fact-check important details. Also, be aware of token limits. You might need to break down super long documents and know that some super advanced features, like deep research, might have free usage caps. Just be realistic.
Good advice. So this strategy from Google offering so much advanced stuff for free, what does that signal about their long-term vision?
It points to a very distinct AI for everyone philosophy, I think.
Yeah.
Google seems to want AI to become just, ambient, an indispensable part of daily life for billions.
How so?
By weaving Gemini deeply into everything. Search, Android, Chrome, Google Workspace. The goal seems to be an ambient assistant that's always there, subtly helping, maybe even anticipating what you need.
And making it free helps drive adoption.
Exactly. And that massive adoption feeds them unbelievable amounts of usage data, which lets them improve the models incredibly quickly. It's a virtuous cycle for them.
So looking ahead, what can we expect? Deeper integration.
Definitely. Expect Gemini to soon be doing things like reading your emails in Gmail and drafting replies based on your style, or creating presentations and slides from notes in Keep, or automatically summarizing your Google Meet calls without you even asking.
Seamless integration. What else?
More autonomous agents. Deep research is just the start. Imagine future agents tackling complex, multi-step tasks like find and book the cheapest flight to Da Nang for next weekend, plus a 4-star hotel near the beach with good reviews, and put it all in my calendar.
Whoa, handling the whole process.
Yeah. And finally, hyper-personalization. The AI will learn your habits, your writing style, your common workflows to offer assistance that feels completely tailor-made. It becomes your assistant, not just an assistant.
That's quite a future unfolding. Okay, so we've really covered a lot today. We journeyed through, what, 28 incredible features? Showing Gemini isn't just a chatbot.
Not at all.
It's a creative studio, a data analyst, a coding buddy, a personal tutor, all wrapped up in this free, accessible package.
And the main takeaway really is that this age of AI, it's not some far-off thing or just for tech elites anymore. It's here. It's within your reach right now. The biggest barrier isn't cost. It's probably just curiosity and being willing to play around with it. Whether you're a student, a business owner, an artist, it can genuinely become a powerful ally.
So the best advice is just to start using it.
Absolutely. That's the best way to feel its power. Try something small today. Ask it to write a poem. Create a silly image. Plan your weekend. Explain something you've always wondered about.
You'll be amazed.
You really will be amazed at what you can achieve. The future of creativity, of productivity.
Yeah.
It's happening now. And with these free superpowers, really the only limit is your own imagination.
Which leaves us with the final question for you, the listener. What will you create next?